What's good, world? My name is Bay Bright. I'm an author, musician, and entrepreneur. We got a lot going on in the world. This Kanye West thing is crazy, and I figured I'd chime in on it and talk about how economic warfare and being a real man tie in together. So, again, I wrote a book called How to Attract a Real Man 10 Qualities Real Men Look For in a Woman. And real is an acronym. It stands for responsible, educated, ambitious, and loving. I'm going to say that again. Real stands for responsible, educated, ambitious, and loving. And when you're looking for a real man, ladies, that's what you're looking for, those four qualities. Now, I wrote a book, and I'm going to show you guys the book. See if I have it here. How to Attract a Real Man. I wrote that book for the ladies a couple years back, but truthfully, I'm now turning my attention to the fellas, to the brothers, because we need to, as men, turn ourselves from males to men to real men, responsible, educated, ambitious, and loving. If you follow in today's current events, the Kanye West saga for the last 2 or 3 weeks has been crazy, and it got me to thinking. Economic warfare, like so many brothers have been online talking about, it's about how do we shore up our bases. And part of being a real man, fellas, is shoring up that economic base, being responsible, educated, ambitious, and loving. You got to make sure your money is intact. So what I'm thinking about is, with all this stuff going on in the world with Kanye, you don't really have to like Kanye, in my opinion. Nobody probably agrees with 100% of what anybody does. I don't care if it's your moms, your pops, your son, your daughter, your grandmother, whomever. Kanye West is no different. But he is showing the world what this looks like when people come at you and just shut you down. So what I take from this is like, yo, as a community, as a black community, we got to understand this is economic warfare, and we got to shore up our bases. So how do you become a real man? Fellas, we're going to go right to it, because it's about economics, man. And part of being real is being irresponsible, educated. You need your money up. So I'm going to share some books with you guys. I'm going to start with Brother Boyce Watkins. It's right here. The Basic Guide to Building Your Family Economic Empire by Dr. Boyce Watkins, right here. The $5 a day stock market investment plan. It's a great book. He signed this for my son. Shout out to Dr. Boyce. Appreciate you. Met him down there at the Power Networking Conference in Houston earlier this year. It was a great vibe, and it was more about real men, real women coming together. So again, part of my economic warfare plan, how I'm getting everything together, as I'm going through my library, looking at all the books that's going to help me get my mind right, my children's mind right, my family, my community. So that's one. We got to go with Powernomics. Part of being a real man, fellas, is understanding the power game, the economic game. Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson. If you guys here on the Black Boss Network know anything about Dr. Boyce and a lot of his people that come on the platform, you know about Dr. Claude Anderson. So again, Powernomics is something that we should be studying. All right. Dr. Claude also has another book that I have in my collection, Black Labor, White Wealth. How does this book tie into Kanye West? Because of the backlash he's getting everywhere in the world, being shut down, from Adidas to the Gap, Balenciaga, the list goes on and on. It talks about black labor and white wealth. Dr. Claude Anderson spoke about times just like this. Kanye is just a great example of what happens when anybody in the world outside of the black community comes after you. We're here producing a lot of labor. The Yeezys was making billions. But white folks in other communities, they get wealthy off of what we do. We got to bring all that in-house. You got guys like Master P, Damon Dash, Boyce Watkins, myself as an entrepreneur, Bay Bright, put out products. Now Yeezy's in a situation where, he's going to need all of our help and our support. You know, it's not just about him. Be very clear. This is about the economics of it all. How our community, the black community, can no longer be subjugated and just canceled at any community's whims. That's just the truth. So when we talk about black labor and white wealth, Dr. Claude Anderson put something out there for you to check out. I recommend it. We got my man, Dr. George C. Frazier, Success Runs in Our Race. I said I was at the Power Networking Conference in Houston, and it was a great conference. Success Runs in Our Race by Dr. George C. Frazier is a great book. I recommend you check it out. Another book we have, it's all about being a real man, ladies. Here we go, gentlemen. This is Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu. Had a book called Black Economics. And this one is Solutions for Economic and Community Empowerment, the second edition. Black Economics. You see what's happening to Yeezy. You see what's happening to Ye. You got to know about black economics, man. So this is a great book by Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu. And it's really about tying in, fellas, being a real man, ladies, being real women. We make a lot of money. According to so many statistics in the world, we have trillions of dollars, and our net worth as a black community in America is worth more than a lot of small countries around the world. So what I suggest we do, study black economics, Success Runs in Our Race, Black Labor, White Wealth, the $5 a day stock market investment plan, and Powernomics. All these books are the real deal. And again, REAL stands for responsible, educated, ambitious, and loving. This is just me getting my feet wet right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to start bringing a lot to the table as far as talking about what it takes for black people in the world of music, business, entrepreneurship. It's what we need. It's the 21st century. And if we're going to be serious about taking care of our families, ourselves, we got to get on it. My book, How to Attract a Real Man, 10 Qualities Real Men Look For in a Woman. It's made for the ladies originally, but fellas, it's really about us coming together and getting those 4 things in pocket. That way we can take care of ourselves, our women, our children, our community. This is Bay Bright, checking out the Black Boss channel. Shout out again to Dr. Boyce Watkins and everybody around the world. Let's unite. Real men do real things. Take care.